On today's episode of The Front Row, we are at the Texas Tech University School of Music in the studio of Daniel Del Pino, who is the Eva Browning Artist in Residence here at the Texas Tech University School of Music. Daniel, welcome back to The Front Row. Thank you for being with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
So it's the start of a new semester, and you have a class of students, and you have your own concerts to do and your own preparation, and you've added something else this year. Tell us about it.
Well, this was a new project that I hope many people will enjoy, and it will bring a lot to the Lubbock community. So we had a conversation with the director of the School of Music, and he said, your artist in residence position comes with two components, the artist one and the residency one also. And so the artist one, of course, I'm performing all over and abroad, but very important is the residence one. So to bring that music here to Lubbock, to the community, to the music lover community. And so that's what we've done with these concerts. So the series is a brand new series that will be called Eva Browning Artist Series. And we will have this first year 4 concerts. So in 3 of them, I will be joined by 3 great musicians. And the last one will be a grand finale with a guest trio that they're Grammy nominated several times, and really great trio.
Oh, great. So this is a brand new series of concerts. Chamber music, I guess.
Yes, chamber music.
All
concert.
Sponsored as part of the Eva Browning Artist in Residence, of which you are, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
yes.
Great. Well, the debut concert is coming up. Tell us all about it.
Okay, the debut concert will be September 17th at 7:30 at the Buddy Holly Hall in Crickett's Theater. And it will be with an amazing cellist, Amit Peled, who is a longtime friend and collaborator. We met when we were students at Yale University, I don't want to say the years, but many years ago. And we've been playing ever since. And so we will present a recital with sonatas by Grieg and Strauss and short pieces by Fauré and Bruch.
Okay. Mr. Peled was soloist with the Lubbock Symphony a couple of years ago, and he was fabulous in the Dvorak Concerto. So I'm so glad you've asked him to come back and play with you.
Yes, thank you for reminding this. As a little anecdote, I would say that was exactly the time where I was applying for the job here in Texas Tech.
Really?
And he, in fact, I remember when he came to play maybe 1 or 2 weeks before I actually came to Lubbock to do my final audition. And he told me, because he knew I was auditioning for this job, he said that he happened to be having dinner next to the committee that had just heard another candidate. Oh. So I thought it was very funny, this coincidence. So I'm glad that he will be able to join us. Yeah.
That's great. And so you've known him for a long time.
Very long time, yes.
Yeah. Have you played together before?
Oh, so many times, yeah. We've toured Spain, the US, we've played in Carnegie Hall, we've played really a lot together. In Germany, we did the whole Beethoven cycle with all sonatas and variations for the German radio, and yes, we
covered a lot of territory already.
We
great.
Did,
Well, tell us a little bit about the repertoire that you've chosen. I guess the Grieg and Strauss sonatas are big pieces, I'm guessing.
They're very big pieces. All the repertoire was chosen around a very concrete period of time. Everything was composed between 1880 and 1886. So all 4 composers and the pieces in itself were composed in that time. And as you will be able to hear, they're most of them within that tradition of post-romanticism, so very, in a good way, decadent, in a very nice way of the music. It's the last remains of the romantic period, and I think it's amazing music for both the piano and the cello.
Right. I'm just assuming, because I don't know the piece, but I would imagine the Grieg has some nationalistic characteristics to it, probably. Obviously will sound like Grieg. I would imagine, right?
We will try our best. No, well, yes. And what is very interesting that you mentioned that it definitely has nationalistic elements, but what is very interesting, it probably was written around the same time as the piano concerto because it has so many elements, so many thematic material that is exactly the same. Even the key in which it's composed is the same as the piano concerto.
Oh, right.
And even the structure and the last movement, it's really, you can really hear the piano concerto. And of course, piano concerto became a very famous piece.
Sure.
And this one is not as famous, although it is played, but not as often as the piano concerto.
Well, what a treat to hear it. That'll be great. And I assume that the Strauss is probably harmonically all over the place, probably, and probably a lot of just a lot of notes and a lot of harmony. I would imagine.
Well, I would say it's a very early Strauss, so
Okay.
it's his early period, and it's not as daring as some of his later works. But I have to say, as a pianist, I feel so sad that we have so few pieces left by him, because the few that he left for piano are so incredible and so well written for the instrument. I'm thinking, of course, of the violin sonata, and this cello sonata is wonderful. The writing for piano is really so rich and so beautiful. Of course, very difficult, very virtuosic, but extremely well written. I mean, it really comes from a great pianist besides a great composer.
Sure. And I'm sure great music for the cello too. I'm
Beautiful
sure.
for the cello. Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. And that's paired with music by Fauré, which I can only imagine is incredibly beautiful.
Yeah, since we are celebrating the 100th anniversary of his death, we included two pieces by him, Papillon and the famous Elegy, which is one of the most famous ones. Yeah.
Absolutely. And what else on the program?
So the other piece that will be in the program is the Kol Nidrei by Bruch, which is also a wonderful, expressive piece, all within that style and period, of writing.
And good for this time of year, actually.
Definitely, yes.
The high holidays will be coming up in the Jewish calendar.
Yeah, in October. No?
Yeah, exactly. Well, wonderful. So this concert featuring you and Mr. Peled playing cello is coming up. Give us the times, dates, and place again.
So it will be on September 17th at 7:30 p.m. at the Crickets Theatre in Buddy Holly Hall.
Okay. And people can just come?
Yes, they can come. They can buy the tickets at the venue, or they can also purchase them online.
Okay, so it is a ticketed event.
Yeah, it is a ticketed
Yeah.
event.
Okay.
It is free for all TTU students and School of Music faculty.
Right. Wonderful. Well, what a great thing to launch a whole new chamber music series with you playing, which is great, and wonderful guests. Tease us a little bit about what else you have in mind for the rest of the series.
Okay, for the rest of the series, so the second concert, which will take place in November, is with the former professor here at Texas Tech, who had the position I am in now, which is William Westney, which ever since I got the position, we've been wanting to do a four-hand concert, and finally this was the best occasion to do it. And the music is, I will not say the composers, but it's supposed to bring us a little bit memories of our childhood and takes us back a little bit with an inspirational concert to our childhood.
Great.
And the third concert will be with a great friend of mine, also amazing violinist Irina Mureșanu, who was a laureate of the Queen Elizabeth International Violin Competition. And also this concert will have a title that is very dear to us, and you will understand why. The title of the concert is From Bucharest to Madrid. And she is Romanian, and I'm from Spain. Right. So it will take us all the way from Romania, going through Hungary, Germany, Austria, France, to Spain.
What a great program.
Yes. and the last concert is by the great trio, the Hermitage Trio. And they've been nominated for Grammy Awards several times, and the cellist is a first prize winner of the Tchaikovsky International Competition. And they will present also a very eclectic program that I hope you will like.
Absolutely. What I love about this is that you're bringing in first-class artists. I mean, award-winning people that are really at the top of their profession, so that we get great musical experience here in Lubbock. What a great thing. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. And we'll speak to you again, obviously, about all of those concerts. And best of luck on the 17th for your concert at the Crickets Theater. Our guest today on the front row has been Daniel Del Pino, Eva Browning, artist in residence here at the Texas Tech University School of Music. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you very much.